Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt your knees wobble just a little? Or maybe walking up a flight of stairs feels more like climbing a mountain these days? You're not alone. It's something many people start to notice as they get older. Their legs just don't feel as strong as they used to, and that loss of strength can sneak up on you. One day you're out gardening for hours, and the next you're catching your breath halfway through. But here's the thing, you don't have to accept that as just part of getting older. In fact, some of the most important things you can do to keep your legs strong and your independence intact are simple, everyday choices, and it all starts with what you put on your plate. Today, we're going to talk about something that's often overlooked but incredibly powerful: the food you eat. Yes, your meals can literally decide whether you're still able to dance at your granddaughter's wedding or need help just getting up from the couch, because your legs, those hard-working muscles that carry you everywhere, are the first to weaken as you age. But the right nutrients can slow that down, even reverse it in some cases. So let's sit down, have a heart-to-heart, and go over 7 key foods you can start including in your meals to keep those legs strong, sturdy, and ready for whatever life brings. Let's begin with one of the simplest yet most powerful foods: salmon. Now, I know not everyone loves fish, but hear me out. Salmon is packed with something called omega-3 fatty acids. These are the healthy fats your body loves, especially your muscles and joints. They help reduce inflammation. And if your knees feel stiff or sore, chances are inflammation is part of the problem. Omega-3s help your muscles recover faster and actually support the building and repair of muscle tissue, which becomes more important the older we get. But it's not just about the omega-3s. Salmon is also rich in high-quality protein, and that's something your muscles absolutely need. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass. It's a process called sarcopenia. It starts in your 30s and gets faster after 60. So if you're not feeding your muscles what they need, they'll shrink, and your legs, they'll be the first to show it. So if you enjoy grilled salmon, great. But even if you're not a fan, try canned salmon mixed with a little lemon juice and herbs, or bake it with a bit of olive oil and garlic. 1 or 2 servings a week can make a real difference. Now, let's talk about a food that's probably already in your kitchen: spinach. Yes, the humble leafy green that Popeye loved, and with good reason. Spinach is a powerhouse for your legs. It's rich in magnesium and potassium, both of which are key to keeping your muscles working properly. Ever had a leg cramp that woke you up in the middle of the night? That might be your body crying out for more magnesium or potassium. But there's more. Spinach also contains nitrates, not the bad kind found in processed meats, but natural nitrates that help improve blood flow. Better blood flow means more oxygen gets to your leg muscles, which helps them perform better and recover faster. That's especially important if you're walking regularly, doing light exercises, or even just trying to stay on your feet longer during the day. You don't need to eat a mountain of spinach. Even a small handful added to your eggs in the morning, a little tossed into soup or sautéed with garlic as a dinner side, can give you a great boost. It's gentle on digestion, easy to prepare, and full of nutrients your legs will thank you for. And since we're talking about things that help muscles recover and stay strong, let's bring in something that often surprises people: Greek yogurt. It might not seem like a leg-strengthening superfood at first glance, but Greek yogurt is one of the best sources of high-quality protein you can get. And protein is crucial for maintaining and rebuilding muscle, especially in your legs and hips, which carry most of. If you've ever found yourself hesitating before standing up from the couch or needing to grab onto something for balance, that's your body gently reminding you your legs need attention. And now that we've already talked about some truly nourishing foods like salmon, spinach, Greek yogurt, and beans, let's keep this momentum going. Because there are a few more simple additions to your plate that can make a big difference. Let's talk about one of the most overlooked yet powerful foods for leg strength: sweet potatoes. Now, I know some folks steer away from potatoes thinking they're too starchy, but sweet potatoes, they're in a different league. These bright orange beauties are packed with complex carbohydrates, the kind that gives you long-lasting energy without the crash. And trust me, when you're trying to stay active, whether it's walking to the store or doing some light gardening, that steady energy matters. But even more than that, sweet potatoes are rich in potassium, vitamin C, and beta-carotene, which your body turns into vitamin A. These nutrients help reduce inflammation in your joints and support healthy circulation, both key to keeping your legs strong and pain-free. Think of it this way: when your legs hurt, you're less likely to move. When you stop moving, your muscles shrink, and that starts a cycle that can be hard to break. But by eating foods that reduce inflammation and give your body fuel, like sweet potatoes, you're giving your legs a fighting chance. They're also incredibly versatile. Roast them with a sprinkle of cinnamon, mash them with a little olive oil, or cut them into wedges and bake them as a healthier version of fries. Even a small serving a few times a week can make a noticeable difference in how you feel. Now, let's move to something that's not only good for your legs, but for your heart and your brain too: nuts, especially almonds and walnuts. You might be wondering how something so small could be so powerful. But these little guys are dense with nutrients that your body desperately needs as you age. Almonds are loaded with vitamin E, which helps protect your muscles from damage. And walnuts, they're full of healthy fats, particularly omega-3s, which fight inflammation. And here's the interesting part: both almonds and walnuts also contain magnesium. We talked about that with spinach, remember? Magnesium plays a huge role in how your muscles contract and relax. Without enough of it, your legs may cramp up more, or feel tired even when you haven't done much. What I love about nuts is how easy they are to include. You don't need a big portion, just a small handful a day. Keep a little container in your kitchen or even by your favorite chair and grab a few instead of reaching for chips or cookies. Your legs and your energy levels will thank you. Now let's bring in a food that might surprise you: eggs. Yes, plain old eggs. They've been in and out of fashion for years, but the truth is, eggs are one of the most complete and affordable sources of nutrition, especially when it comes to building and maintaining muscle. They're rich in high-quality protein, and they also contain important nutrients like vitamin D, B12, and choline. Vitamin D is especially important for older adults because it helps your body absorb calcium, crucial for strong bones, and supports muscle function. And choline, it's important for your nervous system, helping your brain and muscles communicate clearly. You don't want a delay between your brain saying stand up and your body actually moving, right? Eggs are also super easy to prepare. Scrambled, boiled, poached, or mixed into an omelette with those leafy greens we talked about earlier. You've got a meal that feeds your muscles and your brain. And finally, let's not forget water. Yes, I know it's not a food, but it's something that ties this all together. Hydration is often overlooked when we talk about leg strength, but it's so important. Dehydration can cause muscle cramps. Joe, now that you know the 7 key foods that can help keep your legs strong: salmon, spinach, Greek yogurt, beans, sweet potatoes, nuts and eggs, along with the powerful role of water, let's talk about how to actually bring these into your life in a way that sticks. Because it's one thing to hear the advice, but it's another thing entirely to make it part of your routine and enjoy it while you're at it. Let's start simple. Picture this. You wake up in the morning, your body's a little stiff, maybe the knees creak a bit as you swing your legs over the edge of the bed. But instead of skipping breakfast or grabbing something sugary, you scramble 2 eggs, toss in a handful of spinach and maybe sprinkle a little cheese if you like. Pair that with a small bowl of Greek yogurt and some berries or sliced almonds, and suddenly you've fed your muscles what they need before you've even stepped outside. That's not just food, that's fuel, that's support for the muscles that get you out of the chair, carry you through the grocery store, or let you stand and cook a family meal without needing to sit down halfway through. And for lunch, how about a hearty bowl of lentil soup with sweet potato chunks and a slice of whole grain bread? Add a few walnuts on the side or crumbled over a salad, and you've just created a meal that's not only satisfying, but quietly working in the background to keep your legs steady and strong. The truth is, this isn't about being perfect. You don't have to turn your whole diet upside down or eat kale for every meal. What matters is consistency, those small, steady steps that slowly build your strength over time. Because that's how lasting change works. And here's the beauty of it. Once your body starts feeling better, you start wanting to move more. Maybe you find yourself standing a little taller, walking a bit farther, feeling more confident getting in and out of the car. You start noticing that it doesn't take as much effort to climb those stairs or go out for a walk after dinner. That sense of confidence, that physical freedom, it's priceless. And it often starts with the legs. When your legs are strong, everything else becomes easier. Your balance improves. Your risk of falling goes down. Even things like digestion, mood, and sleep start to improve. It's all connected. Now, I know it can be overwhelming. Sometimes we're just used to doing things a certain way. Eating the same meals, avoiding the same foods, sticking to what feels safe or familiar. But remember, you're not doing this to chase some diet trend or to impress anyone else. You're doing this for you, for your independence, for your freedom, for the joy of being able to live your life fully, not held back by weak knees or aching hips. So here's what I encourage you to do, starting today. Choose just one of these foods to bring into your meals this week. Just one. Maybe it's swapping out white potatoes for sweet potatoes, or adding spinach to your eggs, or replacing your usual afternoon cookie with a handful of almonds. One small change, one better choice. That's how strength is built. Not in leaps, but in steps. And don't forget to listen to your body. If something feels better, if you notice more energy, fewer cramps, more ease when walking, that's your body saying, thank you. It will respond to your care at any age. Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something important. You are not fragile, you are not weak, and you are not past the point of change. Your body might be older, yes, but it's still capable of healing, growing, and getting stronger. You just need to give it the right tools, and that starts with what you eat. So let's nourish our legs like they deserve. Let's eat with purpose, move with confidence, and live each day knowing that we are taking care of the only body we've got. You have the power to make the years ahead some of your strongest yet. If you found this video helpful, I'd love for you to share your thoughts in tea.